Welcome to this game of Mechabellum. Here I'm fighting against Sayit. Very unusual name, and Sabertooth spec with Sabertooths and Crawlers, so I simply can't resist it. It's asking too much for it. My opponent had a few options with Elite, not a great lead start, I wouldn't get. Marksman spec, which is kinda good with Sabertooths and Fangs. Quick supply, could go for a spider. I had takeout. I want to go for a carry spider in the game soon. You see, I took out the healing from the spider. Don't think it's that good. It's better on Sabers. Cost control. I don't like cost control. I always lose every time I get it. So, although it has been some time since I last took it. But while we wait for my opponent to choose, you could subscribe. It's right there. You just have to click it. It's easy. But it's taking it's already 0 here for quite some time. Finally. And he went for the Sabertooth with Fangs and Marksman Specialist. So on the 2 he get his anti-air. And split this a little, and one side with wall and tower, the other with just a tower. So I will go for just a tower. And you see me position my Sabertooths very aggressively, because I want the tower to start shooting the Sabertooth first and leave my crawlers alone. Even if it's a bit risky. My opponent put his units here in front. It could be really bad. So I decided to move to the other side, noticing this problem. But my opponent sold the tower and put his units here. So me putting my units here would be just fine if I didn't put the Sabertooth right into the front and got unshotted by his Sabertooth. So it's actually good that they went to this side, because it would be a very bad first round with my Sabertooths getting insta-locked by his Sabertooths. I've got first debuff, which is not good, because my units are coming here and he's going to get a debuff and get a free killing on my units on this side. And now I get the buff, but my units are just traveling during the debuff. And my Sabertooth is killing hounds while my other units are losing time against his Sabertooth. So in the end, it was a very bad round anyway. If I changed sides. Very bad debuff time. This card is bad. And they should reduce a little the buffs here from the mass-produced Farseer. Reduce the damage by 40% and the range by 20%. That's too much. No one gets this card. I instantly skip because it's too soon for Electromag. Don't want mobile for this. Although it could be useful. I could pull his units with a mobile beacon. Proved War Factors is a good card, but you would only use later. And it makes the factory very, very expensive. 1,000 for a unit. Even if it gets more HP, more damage, less attack interval, better at everything. And you see me starting defending this side. I sold the tower because it was kinda useless shooting at Fangs. And if he has low units like Fangs and Sabertooths, Stormcrawlers are great. So I'm putting Storms here, Hounds to clear what the Storms don't kill, and they can do quite some damage on this side, and Fangs, Crawlers here to distract. But you will note that I don't have any anti-air, and my opponent just got a Wraith. So what can I do? He even sold a Hound here. And you can see my units are doing quite well on this side. considering I only had 3 units to fight against all his units. I won this side, of course, he had few units, but can't do anything against his air. I get the buff, so more time for my storms to try to do something, but not enough to kill anything. And just a few crawlers here, let's spread this. And they managed to get to the buff, even if it's useless. And another bad hound for me, and I'm not very high HP, already under 3k. And here we have Farseer, my favorite anti-air unit. The opponent, I think, will go for 2 wasps, which are kind of expensive. You see me starting to invest on my hounds. I want range so they can stay further away from the wraiths and not get targets. The wraiths will target my saber-tooths and will help them with shaft clear. And now I have my Farseer here to deal with his wraith. So this side should be just fine. I also put crawlers here so his marksmen don't get an insta-lock on my saber-tooth. And that's most of my money. 150 left. I think I will get 1 more unit. Actually sold this saber-tooth and grabbed another Farseer. So you can see 1 saber-tooth here to help, 1 crawler here, and 1 Farseer. Because there is not great targets for saber-tooths here, although the saber-tooth helped against the wraith, tanking it. Although if the marksman here can tank that much without tax and levels. And great thing that I put the Farseer here, because wasps. You would have nothing to kill the wasps here if I didn't got the Farseer. And this Farseer just killed 1 wraith, now it's targeting the wasps. Won the right side, but sneaky crawlers got my tower here. He put crawlers in the back here. And this poor Farseer will die. But he killed all the wasps. Actually no, 1 survived. But now it's my time for the buff, even if my units are just walking around. But it should be enough. My Farseer can take care of the wraith. Marksman is distracted by the crawlers going for the tower. And victory for me. So thankfully I got this Farseer on the right side, otherwise I would have lost. And I stopped the bleeding. Here we have some good spells, although not against him. I can deal with his units quite easily. He doesn't have that much chaff, and now it's all fang, no crawlers. So I'll just skip. Although nano repair could be good, but I don't have any level 2 sabers. I would have to buy a level 2 saber, and I don't want to use the money for it. I'll just put hounds here to deal with the crawlers. Grab another Farseer. You can see I put 1 on this side and AA, because he already got 2 wraiths and 2 wasps, so even if he starts to sell now, it will take some time for him to sell, and it's always good to have an AA Farseer to help you against AA. Also grabbed damage finally, although it's good for the Farseers. The hounds don't need it because it's only fangs. Opponent will throw fire here. And I can protect against this. He's throwing on his side of the board. Thankfully I have those crawlers here, so it won't kill all my crawlers. Even if his Wraiths are already quite good. Actually, he went for the other side. And now I remember it. Yeah, it will kill my storms, which is really bad. Remember if the hound will survive. He will survive. The Farseer and Sabertooth can survive the fire. The side is doing much better now, with 2 Farseers. But this side got obliterated without anything to protect me against his Sabers and Wraith. So debuff time. And even with the buff, I managed to win this side. But got the buffs at the same time. I think he will manage to kill the air before dying to the Sabertooth. Couldn't reduce the slowdown. Here, didn't want any of those. None of those go well with my build, so I just kept the Tarantula to sell it. Let's slow down back to 1. My opponent will take longer to choose. And you can see both my Farseers got levels on this side, and my Hounds are also getting levels, which make them tankier against the Wraiths. I'm also getting Mustangs, because I want to deal with the Wasps faster, so my Farseers can lock on his Wraiths and kill them before they manage to kill all my Chaff. Also missiling this here, just to... Auto? Strange, I remember this Farseer going backwards, so that's why I missiled this. So the Farseer... I think he just put the Chaff here, that's why it's going forward now. He's getting more Sabertooth levels than me. I have no Sabertooth levels yet. He grabbed the Tarantula and put here. And even put a missile to kill my units, and did quite a lot killing. And he put balls here. You can see the Mustangs helping clear the air. It goes much faster. Unfortunately, my Sabertooths are losing the ground war. I won the right side this time and lost the left side. And these balls are even going to get the buff. This is a level 2 tower, but getting the debuff. And I should be able to kill all his units now. This marksman is not good against my Mustangs. And victory. I'm still 1000 below in HP, but a victory is a victory. Here, photon coating and shield airdrop are the 2 good options, and I will go for shield airdrop, because I could use a shield here. The photon coating would be good if I had high level Sabertooths, which I don't. They are just dying. But I think I'm going to change this now, because what I'm lacking is ground DPS, and Sabertooth can help me with that. And you can see I'm getting level 2 Sabertooths. So, and I think I will put it here to deal with the Tarantula. So I can kill it faster and start winning again this side. My opponent sneakily will put his shield on this. So I will lose this flank again. Because the hounds will not be able to kill the shield. Can see me putting a missile here, just as safety in case he puts something in the flank. He's putting a missile here again, but my shield will protect me just in time. And you can see he put land cruiser. So my AA is useless against his units now. But land cruiser has one problem. It slows down the Wraith attack, so his shaft clear is worse now. And look at the Sabertooth still alive. He never survived it before. He level 2 died, but he did his job before dying. And his balls won here, but are a bit too late to help him. And that's quite a bit of damage. I am finally with more HP than him. Here we have laser sight, which can be useful. Smoke can also be useful. Heavy armor is very good. Barrier is good if you are going for giants, which I am not. So heavy armor. And my saber just got a level here, killing the tarantula. So level 3 Sabertooth with armor. Now I have a really tanky unit here. And my sabers are finally starting to do something. And I'll grab even more sabers. Because I need ground DPS. You see me putting one here in the back because I have to deal with the shield. And the balls, which are level 2. Okay, I'm going to loan and grab field maintenance on my sabers. He sold the tarantula since he saw it was getting insta-locked by my saber and destroyed. My opponent's going for a fortress with his buyer, which he got. And now looks like I want loan. So no tax on my sabers yet. You can see he put a Wraith in the back here, but thankfully I have something that can kill a Wraith. If it can survive the balls, which it won't. But it killed the shield, and his units are going to this side. So my tower is safe. And the Farseer will finish off the Wraith. Even if it's on the ground, level 2 Farseer can kill it quite easily. And I won both sides. Which results in a lot of damage, a lot of 200 and 300 units alive. And suddenly my opponent is very close to death. Here we have Nuke, which can be very good to finish off a game, but I will go for the additional deployment instead. And my opponent will also go for additional deployment, which is kind of risky for him because he's almost dying, so he kind of needed to go for the nuke. Because if I got the nuke and he didn't get the nuke, he's probably losing the round. I didn't go for the nuke because I would have to nuke this side. Because he has a big barrier here, although maybe I could kill the barrier before the nuke landed. Not saying 100% sure. Now I don't have a shield here, so my hounds can help with the shaft clear, so I can shaft clear faster. And it should be much better here this time. Also putting shields to protect against the nuke. He's putting the fire in here. And I grabbed healing on my Sabers. While my opponent invested on Fortress. And you see that he will grab tax for them, I think. Or no. Yeah. Double attack, launcher overload, and solid shot. I don't like this tech. Even if it gives more range than extended range, it lowers the attack speed of the fortress and reduces the AoE. So it's really bad at shaft clearing. It's already not very good. It becomes kinda useless at shaft clear. And its attack is lower than if it had the normal. The advantage is a little more range. You can see it's shooting my Sabertooth, but it don't kill my Sabertooth that easily. He won the right side, but even with the fire, I won the left. And the Sabertooth managed to kill his fortress here before dying. My Stormcallers also helped a lot, you can see. It's top 1 on damage overall and on this round. Because I think it was some storms that killed the fortress in here and here now. So the unsung heroes of the match are the storms here. Did a lot of damage and just enough to win. Let's look here at the damages. $225,000 damage overall, but most of it was on this last round. Half of the damage was on this last round. It was killing the fortresses. It killed the fortress, the Sabertooth, and the other fortress. So a lot of damage. This one was the second, this farce here, you can see. It was first before this last round, but it did half the damage of the Sabertooth, not Sabertooth, Storm on this round. But that was kind of a strange Saber game, because at the beginning I started selling my Sabers, grab anti-air, then I put Sabers back online to deal with the ground. But the hero was a sneaky Storm here, which never got countered, but did a lot, and that's not very unusual to happen. If you get a single Storm, the opponent will hardly ever counter the Storm, even if he does have attack on his Sabertooths for Missile Interceptor, but he ended up selling the Sabertooths. He was switching them for fortresses. But this tech I don't like. You are nerfing your fortress for a little more range. Not worth, in my opinion. But that's it for this game. Hope you all enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, and I will see you on the next one.